up, you guys? Welcome back to Viva Betty.
Yay!
Did you miss us?
Before we get into season 1, episode 11, Fake Plastic Snow.
Such a good episode.
I would just like to just read some stuff.
Oh my God.
Down.
So he's like literally, I keep telling him, save it for the pod, save it for the pod. He's like, okay, you tell, because I don't know.
So I have two things.
Okay.
I had a dream 2 nights ago. And I think, I don't know, I've been having crazy dreams lately.
That's good.
But very vivid and like almost like lucid.
Yes.
Because I'm transcending. Closer to Nirvana. Anyway, this one,
yes.
Just me and you.
Okay, love
and
that.
I think that this could have been a stress dream about the pod, to be completely honest.
Okay.
Because it's me and you. We're on the Titanic.
Oh, dear.
The Titanic is sinking.
Well.
And we are running to a lifeboat. Now, I can't remember.
Were we in first class?
I can't remember what, I knew you were going to ask that. I can't remember what class we were in. I can't remember what we were wearing. You're so thin, you're skinny as a needle. You don't even need a corset.
I don't even know
so
what you're
anyway,
talking
that's a conversation for a different day. But all that I know is that we're on the deck.
Okay.
And it's chaos. And they're forcing you into a lifeboat.
I'm a woman. Women and children first.
And they're trying to rip your hand away from
Get
me.
on the boat, woman.
And you start absolutely throwing it was like it might have been 1912, but it was 1985 in New York City, as far as I was concerned in terms of your candor.
Thank you.
You were like, you better let him on this motherfucking boat. That is my son.
He is a child.
This is a child.
He is a toddler.
No, I'm also like this age, by the way.
At 37 years old.
31. You know what? I quit. I went out. I went out of this pod. 37.
Whatever.
Anyway, and the thing is that it relates a lot to this episode because you screamed and you yelled in ways that they were like, fine.
I think at one point,
and we got and we got on and we got out.
Did I get you on the boat?
Yes, you did.
Did I get you on the life raft?
Yes, you did.
That is a metaphor for life. That is a metaphor for life. I will get you on that raft.
Maybe you're enlightened. And I
will get you on that raft, my love, no matter what. Who's going to stop me? Nobody.
I swear you were going to take his gun. Like
I would have.
You were. By the way, you win. You got.
See, but I love that your subconscious understands what I am and who I am and how I have your fucking back. See, if I had that dream, I wonder if I had been like, get me on the raft. Marky would have been like, sorry, bitch.
There's no more room.
Sorry.
Oh, like I hate that.
I wish I could.
Oh my God. If I could, I would, but my hands are tied. So that was that. And then this one.
I love that for us.
I think that this was another thing that I thought about. This was weeks ago, but I'm just bringing it up now because we kind of move in the same way when we don't want to go somewhere.
I never want to go anywhere.
In terms of getting out of plans.
Oh.
And so
that's my superpower.
How do you get out of plans? And I said, I don't want to gatekeep anymore.
How do you?
Lie.
Well, yes.
But the T no. See, no, that sounds very cut and dry, very,
Yeah, that's basic.
Okay. But you know what's fun?
Okay.
When everyone knows that you're lying and they're just entertaining your lie.
Like, for instance.
Like the other night. I have dinner plans.
Okay.
I decide
I don't want to have dinner plans.
I don't want to have dinner plans. There's a really good I'm really invested in this one Jeopardy contestant.
Not Jeopardy.
I'm really invested in this one Jeopardy contestant. So I had to be home for Jeopardy. So I literally said, I came down with the stomach flu.
Stomach flu.
You wake up with that. You don't come down with it from jump.
See, I don't even know. Not for nothing. I would have just.
And everyone's like, oh, yeah, babe, like feel better.
Stay home.
Meanwhile, the next day, posting Instagram stories like on the tennis court.
Eating oysters.
That's right.
I had stomach flu.
Everyone knows I'm lying. And you know what? I want to shout out the divas and my friends for just moving past it.
Letting
I just want to
your
sit on the
moment.
couch.
I don't want to go out
and I
with you.
appreciate you for that.
I'm gonna make a pitch to you that from now on we don't have to lie. We're gonna be like, you know what? I don't want to go out.
No, I'm not making plans anymore.
That's right.
I don't need to get out of plans because I'm not making them.
I'm not making them.
David has been begging me to just go to dinner.
You know what? I don't want to.
We
No,
went
I
out
would
for our
go out to dinner
anniversary
with
the other
Noah.
night, and it was beautiful, strenuous.
You got overserved.
I was overserved, and we did have a call the next day with the team for the Viva Betty team, and
That's how I know you were overserved.
I had sunglasses on in my kitchen.
Mumbling through the whole thing. Yeah, that's a great idea.
And I was like, no, Diego, that sounds amazing.
Speaking of which, so we've decided to pivot a
yeah.
little bit. So speaking of our meeting with our Viva Betty team, it's a team, you guys. We're important.
That's right.
And they came up with, I think we've all come up with this brilliant, we're going to do it a little differently. I want to know what you guys think. We're going to sort of like do it in segments, right? Because we all know that we're like, nobody cares about the mystery woman. I think we've established that.
Everyone hates the mystery woman.
She's a fucking...
Also, by the way, voice changes every single
time.
episode.
We don't know who
is that?
We don't know. Okay, so we're going to do something different today. And
we're not going to go like beat by beat by beat. We're going to go like motif and like kind of story.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? And so let's just, do you want to just get into it?
I do.
Great. Well, this is Fake Plastic Snow.
I love this episode.
I do too.
To Terry's point, beautifully shot.
Yes.
Jim Heyman was our director. Yeah. We had amazing, guest appearances. We had an actual super on the show. She was Daniel's ex. Remember her?
Yes.
Yeah. So anyway.
It was a really like quite like a heavy, like emotional.
It was emotional
episode thus far. That,
and it was also really stylistic. Like it was very Christmas themed. Our tube had ice skates in it. Like lovely.
Which, shout out to Worthington every day, all the time of just being topical
all day,
and
Worthington.
on like theme. And
all of Betty's outfits were very Christmas. But everybody's were.
By the way,
except mine.
I think it was on the nose. I think it was great.
On the nose in a good way.
Right. No, but I mean but it made sense to like that Betty would
have an ugly
Christmas
sweater
vests.
for every single day.
And so I guess that in like a way that we're going to break up this episode is we're kind of lucky in starting it this way.
Yeah,
because I feel like
this
episode in particular had like very distinct storylines happening.
Yeah.
And so I think that
And as always, Betty was the one through line, but like everybody had their own thing. So we start off with Betty's sort of like, she had like the fantasy about, we didn't know if it was real or not with Henry.
David.
By the way, I know.
Looks exactly fucking like him. It's weird.
It's kind of weird. But not only does he look like him, he like is him.
Yeah, it's weird. I was watching it this morning and I was like,
I mean, so sweet. First of all, the chemistry between these two is sickening.
And also it's just so tender. It's so just, and the chemistry is palpable
tender,
because
but it is electric.
Oh, no, but there's like, it's like sexy.
And they're so weird, but they're both such weirdos that it's like, it's such weirdo electricity.
Also that like her sex dream is her doing an expense report. Did you? You didn't catch that, T? Her literal sex dream with Henry was a kid. I mean, it's Thursday nights at 8 p.m. So, I mean, obviously, there's only so far we could go. But
I didn't think of that.
She was turned on by the expense report.
Wait, and I want to point out to you that today, when you and I and David were speaking, what did I talk to him about? A
Excel spreadsheets. And he goes, oh, yeah.
He's like, that's a great idea.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
David loves a spreadsheet.
I mean, you know what? God bless.
So she's having this crazy...
She wakes up in her headgear.
I did love the headgear. I had headgear. Did you?
Did you?
Yeah.
I never knew that you had headgear.
You know
That's
what?
here's the thing. Headgear is like very antiquated though. By the time I got braces, like there was no headgear. When did you have braces?
You know what? That's none of your fucking business.
You had braces in the 1980s.
I did.
I mean, what, you know.
He's just, this is his roundabout way of calling me old, and I don't appreciate it.
It's not true. I'm talking about the technology.
And in fact, I think your word was antiquated.
It was it is antiquated. The technology has superseded.
Well, Betty was wearing a night brace.
I mean, how bad were her teeth?
They were terrific.
I mean,
by the way, her teeth were gorgeous.
She had perfect. I'm saying, how bad were Betty's teeth? Like, are we talking Gollum?
She was sleeping. I think she's just a, overachiever. She had to wake up in her night brace. Anyway, so she wakes up, sex dream. I love the whole thing. Okay, so then how does this happen? So we see her sort of, she's really debating this relationship with Walter.
She's teetering back and forth.
So I thought maybe the whole theme of this episode is because everybody kind of said it in one way or another of like, when you know, you know.
Yes. When you know, and also like difficult choices of like when like trusting your gut.
Trusting your gut. But here's the thing.
Potato.
Because I don't know if you know when, to me, in my advanced age, as you love to point out.
Girl, you are projecting boots.
I don't know if it's like, in fact, I think like the sort of lightning bolt, I can't breathe without this person is actually the right way to go necessarily.
I don't think, I agree with you. I mean, I don't really have a leg to stand on. I mean, I got engaged after a month of being with David. So, I mean, but
you sowed your oats.
Well, this is the thing though. It's like if you make a commitment like that, like for example, like Betty is committed to Walter.
And she's a very honest girl.
And she's a moral and ethical person. And so it's in that way that like there's just no world in which like a Betty archetype would like
cheat,
step out on her partner.
Exactly. But she asked Jackie at the Buy More Christmas party when Walter is like, Walter was so cute.
I think that Walter treats her, like as we see throughout the episode, is that there is this electric connection between Walter and Betty.
Because we see
between Henry and Betty. And that and also the way that Heyman shot it too, of that they're always finding each other at the like opposite ends of the room and like locking eyes and like always. And I think that there is, I mean, maybe I'm reading too much into it, but like they're finding metaphoric ways like to say that they're connected, that there is that electricity.
You're right. Yes.
And I found that to be really compelling, like from the dream to then in real life, I think
because a lot of times you didn't know sort of what was a dream and what was real, at a certain with Betty
in
and
the
Henry.
Christmas episode too, that like I feel like historically, like especially during this time, right, of like network TV, like the Christmas episode was always like a big spectacle. Like you have the Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas episodes, and they're like big episodes, and it's like very heavy-handed.
Yes.
About
I miss those days.
I mean, they were really, really nice.
Because wasn't it fun? I mean, it was so themed, and it was so, but also not only themed visually, but themed within the episode of sort of of like the right and wrong of it, and like how do you know when you know, and do you know when you know, and is it a lightning bolt moment? So I mean, for me, it's like all those lightning bolt moments ended up being nightmares. Like 2 restraining orders later. What? Hi. Lightning bolt.
When listen, some people know when they know. You didn't know when you thought you knew because you didn't know.
But I learned.
Did you hear that?
He's deep. But I learned. But here's the thing, like with Noah, it is still like I couldn't live without him, It is like I do, I still have that all these years later, but it wasn't in the moment. I'm saying when I met Noah at first, it wasn't like.
But this is the thing. The thing is that Betty has been with Walter for years. She's now at this point known, like, this is not the first time we're meeting Henry.
Right.
Like, they have a rapport.
But this is the first time it's starting to get sexy.
But things are getting kind of intimate, like in a certain way. But I'm saying, like, this is not like a love at first sight situation. Like, her and Henry have spent time together. She's been with Walter for a long time. She's also, we've established, not very fond of Walter. I mean, to be completely honest, like, Kevin Sussman is
king,
an incredible actor, and plays Walter like in such an incredible way, and he's funny and also, like, you know, you root for him, but also, like, he's not
Betty's one.
Betty is supposed to be with.
Right.
And I think that this is also one of the things that made me, like, emotional about this episode, was that when you look at someone and say, like, maybe that's not the person that you want, but maybe it's the only person that would want you. And I think that Daniel is having the inverse, where all of these women want Daniel. Daniel's playboy, bachelor, this and that.
Right.
And the one woman he wants doesn't necessarily give a shit about him.
Right.
So I think that Betty and Daniel are operating on, like, parallel tracks, but, like, in different contexts.
Interesting.
I think that, like, Betty doesn't think that Henry would even want anything to do with her, because she's so, like, she's been beaten down by, like, the world.
Well,
I mean, like, look at the name of
she's pretty enough, and she
right. Like, look at the title of this show.
And
I mean, like,
when she goes to the Christmas party and she meets Jackie, who's the wife of Walter's boss, and Jackie's like, you wrote it down. We're Queens girls, Betty, born and bred. We belong here. You know, like, you're not gonna miss Manhattan. We belong here. We belong in Queens. You settle. Not that Jackie settled, because Jackie keeps talking about. Jackie is Walter's boss's wife.
Yes.
About how, like, I was love at first sight for her. And so that's where Betty's coming into this thing of, like, well, I don't know. And she says to Jackie, I don't know if Walter's the one, but we're trying to get there. Like, you can feel Betty sort of, like, forcing it, you know? And it is this whole question of, like, wait, does Betty have to settle? Is Betty, another thing is, like, when Daniel says, you're destined for bigger things. Yeah. And does Betty believe that? Do you know? Like, she does on one hand, but on another hand,
I think that she does, but guess what? Then she comes home and Hilda isn't doing a bang up job of telling her that you know what I mean?
Hilda's sabotaging.
Like, Hilda's not doing a bang up job of, like, letting her spread her wings and fly.
Hilda sabotages her fully. When Henry calls and she's like,
and then throws it away and you know, and I think that I think that there's a level of, like, protectionism to that, but, like, familial protectionism, you spend also when you live with people too, right? Like, but in a family unit. I think
Hilda's in that, like, we're Queens girls. This is where we belong. Right, but stick with what you know.
But
it's safety.
Like, it's one thing for, like, a character like Jackie to say that. It's another thing for your own sister who like knows you. Like, this woman doesn't know you from nothing.
Yeah.
Your sister telling you, like,
I know, because
settle.
In the same breath, Hilda says, if you want to get on a plane, you're going to get on a plane, Betty. Like, I know you.
But this is I think that.
So Hilda's like, I think she's not ready yet to, like.
I don't think that Hilda has centered herself on what exactly it is that Hilda believes.
That's right. And, you know.
Or thinking outside of the box.
I did love Hilda's moment when she was talking about her, like, her own, because when Betty comes to her about, like, the sex dream about Henry, and she's like, I had a sex dream about Henry. And Hilda's like, did I tell you about my sex dream with Juan Mendoza? I was in a big thing of cake batter.
When and speaking of, this is the like the first time we see the Suarez family this episode, and I think that per my Titanic story that I told at the top of this episode, I think that it relates to the episode by Ignacio's line of saying, she has the vocal cords of a large cat.
And the ears of something that hears
that hears good.
And what does Betty say? A dolphin. It's just something I know. Oh,
Girl,
back to the Henry stuff. It's just something I know,
and
by the way.
And then she's like,
that's going to be our
and
merch,
she gets like embarrassing. Like she gets like embarrassed.
Yeah, like, I shouldn't. Oh, I'm talking about it.
See, but you know what? Couldn't be me.
Why?
Because if I was feeling those strong of feelings, I would say, Walter, it's over.
Would you?
Yes.
I think you would, actually.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you
Walter,
would. Walter,
it's over.
Yeah, but that's because you're callous and mean.
I'm realistic and
Betty's
like ready to rock.
Sweet and loyal. So Sophia and Daniel. So Sophia and Daniel, they're waking up together.
He's whipped boots.
Oh, he's whipped boots. But you know what I loved? I loved
her hair.
Her everything.
Well,
no, but I loved her putting on her underpants underneath the covers, and then also she had to put her
red
jeans
bottoms.
on. I want those goddamn boots.
The red bottoms.
Damn, those were good boots. The red bottoms.
Her hair.
She's got good hair though.
I know.
Yeah.
I've felt it before.
I know. We ran
no,
our
but I'm just like when she's like getting changed and she's in a rush and she's just like
and it's just
flipping her hair around. I'm like, how are you
but wait, she's lying on the bed to zip up her jeans. I feel you, sis. I'm there. That's very
like late aughts.
It's
energy.
very like
low rise jean type of tea.
Pulling it over
and
big booty.
He's like, whipped and cucked and
and
like
she
whatever.
says, you know what? Go and date other women and see. Like, I don't believe you. I don't believe that you're like super like. Or if you are, again, it goes back to that sort of lightning bolt thing. Like, well,
she was kind of calling that out,
that's what
right?
I'm saying.
Of like, no, you're just seeing like lightning in a bottle. Like, you're just seeing like infatuation and lust.
Date another woman.
That's not
and if
love,
they make your heart beat and your palms sweat and all of that, then you know that this isn't real.
Yeah.
And like, it's just a thing. So like, I give you permission. Oh my God, what if David gave you permission to be like, who has the energy, if I'm honest?
No, I barely have
like
time.
Even if Noah was like, go, I'd be like, I'm just gonna go watch TV.
No, I would like the time.
Give me a minute, but I
would like the time, but I'm not stepping out. I'm moving to a different room.
That's
putting on Jeopardy.
Oh God, you in Jeopardy? Enough already. Nobody cares.
Yo, if you started watching it with me,
you have to go on Celebrity Jeopardy.
I'm pretty good at it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Go on it. What are you even doing?
I went to college.
Anyway, all I'm saying is, I there's no way I would want to step out.
No, there's just no. I mean,
the thought
also
of it is
like
exhausting.
To me though, here's the thing: the Sophia thing of like, I encourage you to do that. I understand that like it's a test for him, whatever. That's a big red flag. That's a big red flag for me.
That's right. Agreed.
She is a snake in the grass.
Say that. That's right. No.
With a beautiful body, a beautiful face,
gorgeous
beautiful
head of
hair, and undeniable. Like, I mean, I would listen to whatever she said.
Yeah, and he's hoe.
And I'm gay.
So then he comes out and he's got all these rings that he wants to give her, and these gifts.
Gaudy.
Oh, I loved that one that Amanda had. What? Give me that ring.
That big old princess cut canary.
Yes. Look, I have a smaller version of it.
Okay. Ciao. That is, it's so ostentatious.
Mine
not
is
yours.
Perfect. No,
not yours.
I want an ostentatious ring.
Why?
Why the fuck not?
I would want like an ostentatious like pinky ring.
Ooh,
like elongated pear. But like from the bottom of the nail, elongated pear though. From the
not a pear.
Yep. Point here.
I'm horrified. I don't even know who you are. I don't know
baby,
you.
The late you say you miss the 90s all the time.
I don't miss the 90s.
Yes, you do.
I miss my flat stomach from the 90s.
Well, your stress has gotten you right there, doll.
Pear, gross. Don't do it, ladies.
Elongated pear.
Don't try to fluff it up with your nonsense.
Anyway, let's talk about Amanda because you're pissing me off now.
Wait, okay. Yeah, because...
I mean, Daniel and Sophia, I mean, he's like,
right, no,
because this goes into the Amanda story.
So Amanda. Okay. Oh, okay.
So Daniel needs a new assistant.
Yes.
Betty's obviously tasked with that. Oh, Betty accepted the job with Sophia.
So she's leaving Daniel.
And Daniel is the one that pushed her to do that.
So she has to.
So
she's tasked
cutesy.
with finding a secretary.
By the way, so cute. Okay, he's
so
like supporting
cute.
her.
Yes, but I will say this whole storyline about Daniel needing protection and needing protecting this whole time.
Well, white male saviors need protection.
This is so. I don't know if I'm not saving it. I'm going to tell this to you right now. I'm going to tell Mark. Don't you dare!
Our lovely engineer Mark is having an issue with what I just said.
These men need. So this just him needing protection, and this is something I'm going to leave. I know we're supposed to have a segment about it, but this is my segment right now. I'm leaving that. You motherfuckers don't need protection. You can take care of yourself. We've all been doing it for a long, long time.
Well, the world works for you, doesn't it?
Exactly. Why you have all these women running around protecting your stupid ass?
He had 16 naked women in his office.
And he needs protection from the big bad models in bras and underpants. Give me a break. Leave it.
2000 and what year was this? 2006.
7. Leave it.
2006, dog.
Whatever. I think somebody, because it was Christmas, so I think it went right at, because there was one point, it was like,
it was released November 30th, 2006.
Okay, well, in the episode, the guy goes, oh, because he was giving Mark the new car, and he said it's a 2007, so that makes sense. Okay, anyway, leave it.
Leave it.
Daniel needing protection. Betty running around like,
also,
Amanda, you're perfectly qualified.
Leave it to like a bunch of women to protect him from women.
Exactly.
Girl. It's very inverted.
Leave it. That's a big leave it.
Big leave it. But Amanda, you know what? This is, and as I've said, and we were talking about this the other day, and you and Terry were saying that like this was going to be a really big turning point for me with one character. That character is Amanda.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, because I've had a journey with her on this pod.
You have.
And there were so many layers to this performance. She had a lot to do in so many different ways. Like
she did physical comedy.
She did it all.
She did emotional.
No, she did the gambit.
I mean,
it was really incredible to watch.
This is an athlete you guys are watching.
No, truly.
This is an athletic performance.
And whether it was like from the top of the episode where she's, being Amanda and the way that Jim Heyman shot it too, like the scene where Betty approaches her at the reception desk and she's like, cute sweater, Betty. Did you make it yourself? And
so good.
Which I love. And then they're talking and then Amanda stands up to be like, well, you want to hire me, don't you? And the camera like pans up with her standing up.
Gorge.
Perfect.
Love.
One of the things that I do love though is that we do this callback, right? And then Amanda goes right ahead and steps up to the plate.
Amazing.
Excels and does it on her own volition.
Okay, so all of the Amanda workings is just another sort of like in the moment, leave it thing. Amanda's like talking about how she's got all the preps for the party and she has all these extra trees from the leftover Diddy party. I'm sorry.
Keep it. It was 2006. Everyone was going to those parties and everyone should be ashamed of themselves.
Shame on you all.
How about that?
How about it? We weren't there. But
I was 11.
Oh, I wasn't there. I wasn't invited. But
I didn't have anything white.
But a freak off. But it stood out to me. Like, I love that, like, that was such a moment, right? Like,
Also Betty going to Amanda, and I need to get Justin a signed photo of Lindsay Lohan.
I missed that.
Demonic foreshadowing, by the way.
Demonic foreshadowing. Y'all just wait.
Tune into season 3.
Okay, so also, by the way, the fact that all of those women in the lingerie I don't like the throwing around of supermodel. Like, I think supermodel is a sacred thing. And like, not everybody's a supermodel.
models.
You're a model. Terrific. Congratulations. Hallelujah. Fabulous.
You're in the
catalog.
Not a super.
But you're not, even if you're a terrific model, You're not a super.
But I'm talking, you're in the catalog. You're not a supermodel.
Okay, terrific. We're saying the same thing.
I know.
Except I'm not dissing them like their catalog. They could have been in Vogue.
Could have been Victoria's Secret catalog.
Anyway, not everybody's a super, and just because you go into your underpants in an office, you're not a super.
And by the way,
you are
you're not doing that.
That's true. A super doesn't go into an office in their
By
underwear.
the way, no one is doing that. You go to the they should have been with Christina.
That's right.
They should have been in the closet with Christina.
I get it because like that's Daniel's old thing.
Listen, I understand the story.
You can't throw around the supermodel anymore. I'm over it. Like I'm tired of it.
And people still do. That's the thing.
Exactly.
Leave
this is what
it.
I'm saying. Leave it.
And by the way, in 2025, leave it.
You're not a super.
I'm done.
Get over it. Sorry, there's only a select few.
And by the way, can we just say before we continue that I think that there is no, I think the super
is
ended in the 90s.
Correct.
The only supermodels are the supers.
Yeah, I agree. What do you guys think about that? No, because really,
Kendall Jenner's not a supermodel.
She's not.
Bella Hadid's not a supermodel.
I would say that Giselle's a super. I'm
Fine.
sorry, I would.
So where's the cutoff? 2003?
I don't know. I think it's.
Would you consider Tyra?
Open.
Would you consider Tyra super?
That's a good question. Oof.
I'm really cornering you. You would.
I think I would. Look, what did you just do, Mark? He did this.
I'm giving. Mark is giving this, and this Mark is giving.
Okay, I'm giving it to Tyra because you know what? Tenacity.
Yeah, she has like warm ice cream or something now.
Whatever. That's her now. We're talking then. Okay, Sports Illustrated. La la la. That's super.
No, she
first black girl in a bikini on Sports Illustrated. That's super. That's super.
Tea.
That's super.
Tea.
That's super.
I just
behavior.
I just think like
that's super behavior.
Christy, Naomi,
I understand what you're
Cindy,
I know who the supers
Kate.
are. You don't have to tell me.
But I'm naming like I would do like obviously Claudia, Linda, Shalom.
Yes. Kate.
Well, of course, Kate. And who is
Tatiana?
Yeah, like there are like I'm saying like it's not just Christy, Naomi,
I know
Cindy,
that,
Kate.
but I'm
like,
just saying I think
I'm
there
saying
is
for the
room,
viewers.
I understand, but I am saying I think there is room for there to be supers in this present time. I think Giselle was a super. Whether you like her or not, it doesn't matter. A super is a super, and I think she was one. I just don't know who else would compare. Anyway, okay.
Sorry, we digress.
What do you guys think? We will talk about models for all day long. Okay. Do you think the Hadids? No.
I think that if there was going to be one Hadid, it would be Bella, but
as a super.
Yeah. But I don't see that. I don't think that she really even wants that. Anyway,
I think the other one would be
let's continue with Amanda because, by the way, I am like, we're talking about the levels of Becki Newton in this episode. It's giving comedy, it's giving irreverence, and then we get the ring stuck on the... But then the ring scene of her finding the ring, putting it on, like it's like you're almost kind of like sad for her, but also like it's still funny. Then it's stuck on her finger.
She licks it.
And she's like... So now she's wearing a glove. She's like Michael Jacksoning about. And, but what I will say about then, so we move through this entire kind of the rest of the episode with Amanda, like just specifically.
Yeah.
That,
and I love
Betty is coming around.
In this episode, like they had the whole thing where knocks her off the chair and leaves Betty on the floor and knocks, just they're so good together.
She's still Amanda, but there's something that is vulnerable. There's something that's human about it with all of the fodder.
Yeah.
And I think that it's really nice to see her, like, kind of the tables turning in terms of power dynamics of, like, her really needing Betty to like her. She wants that job.
And she stepped up, though. She did it.
But she did it.
She did it, and she performed, and she outperformed. She did exactly what she's needed to do. She protected Daniel from the scary, scary models, and, like, she did her thing.
But also got all of the things for the holiday party, and, like, and that, like, and also I really was, I was kind of, I don't know, kind of tickled by like just the ways in which multiple times people were like, "You're more than a pretty face."
Yeah.
And like the ways in which people
That's a
like,
good message.
just genuinely underestimate,
that moment with
women
Amanda and Daniel at the end was really sweet.
And when she's pushing that, like, so basically Betty ends up seeing all of the things that she has done and like the ways that she stepped up. Job. And Betty like chooses her, tells Daniel's down. And then there's this lovely, lovely scene with them at the end where, and when she sees, Daniel kissing someone else, like the ring.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Falls off
she
her
protects,
finger.
yeah.
But also, I will say again, like to Amanda's credit, is that I think that she only ever really liked the idea of Daniel. She knew that Daniel and her were not a match.
Well, again,
and that's why I've been saying in episodes past, give it up.
Gotta get over it. But this is the whole lightning bolt moment. It's not real.
It's not real.
Okay, so then we go on to Mark and Willie. So Mark, this whole episode, thinks he's being murdered by Willie.
Which, by the way,
I love.
I
love the entire conceit of it.
Also, the what is it called? The inhaler. The inhaler has made a huge appearance this episode.
Loved. Right in between the Christmas ornaments.
Yuri was very short of breath.
By the way, that's a very Mark Indelicato coded Christmas tree. It was very curated, very like Mark's tree right now at his house it's a real tree. So it's not a fake tree like
green.
Willie's. It's a real tree. But your tree has like red bows, a few little like weird ornaments, and like it's very curated.
And like a big bow with a Bowie thing in the middle.
Yeah. And Wilhelmina's tree had like, it was a white tree with like black heels and like a few like
little baubles.
Black, but it was like you're very much living that Wilhelmina. I told him when you guys have kids, it ain't gonna be like you're gonna have popsicle fucking ornaments.
No,
yeah.
That can go.
Do you say that now? Trust and believe. That's my tree right now. Popsicle ornaments, fucking shrinky dinks. Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? It's gorgeous. My tree is fabulous. I love it.
Yeah, but it's not going to beat my beautiful green velvet,
no,
like my red velvet bows.
No, so enjoy it. Enjoy it while you can, because that's going to go right out the window.
God damn it.
But that's when we see the inhaler is between those white.
And then she walks over and she's like,
Yes, exactly. So basically this whole episode.
The whole episode is that Mark thinks that he's going to be murdered.
Well, at first he's cocky. He's like, I'm eating your shit. And like,
that's from last episode. He's been like torturing her. And then he hears from the mass lady number 12 that, he's going to be murdered. That like, he's going to be silenced for good.
It's going to be taken care of for good.
And then we end up, he's running through the party. Like he's very, very nervous.
A big Goomba comes through, right?
Right.
Can I say Goomba? Is that bad?
What? No, I mean, I'm Italian. It's fine. You can say that.
But I don't know.
No, it's fine.
Okay. If you say it's fine.
It's a Northeast. If anyone takes offense to that, no one even knows what we're talking about.
Okay. So a big like Italian mafioso comes through.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, whatever. And Mark is terrified, thinks he's going to get murdered. He doesn't. He gets a car.
He gets a car to buy his silence.
And by the way, it works.
And yeah.
It would work for me.
But it was funny, like the
car.
suspense was nice. I was really happy to see just if we're talking about the masked lady, we're not seeing her or hearing
exactly.
her. You know
Love
what I mean?
that.
We could speak like in, like what her will is.
Correct.
But I don't want to hear from her.
Nobody cares. So then the Suarez family was really funny. I loved all my stuff with Gina.
Oh, you were good. You were great this
So were
episode.
you. The way when I came in with the decapitated deer, your face alone, the way Jim Heyman stayed.
What is Santa doing to that elf?
I literally have that written down. Wait, that's like one of my lines. And what's Santa doing to that elf?
Also, a lot of physical comedy by you guys at my expense. I'm being manhandled this episode.
I mean, we grow up Tiny Tim.
Holding me.
Yeah.
And then you literally going like this. I was getting manhandled this episode.
I still do that to you.
Well.
But I loved how you were like the voice of Christmas is a time for love and forgiveness.
And that's where me and Justin differ.
As if, I mean, in a million years, you would never. So I don't know. I just loved all of that. I mean, Gina Gambaro for life, forever and ever.
And I just loved, like, you know, like this whole kind of hell freezing over thing of like unlikely partnerships, right?
Yes.
Like the Amanda and Betty, the Gina and Hilda.
Oh, that's very good.
You know, I think that was
the time of love and forgiveness. Like you come together with people that you normally wouldn't.
I mean, I don't necessarily know if it was like love and forgiveness.
Well,
I think that it was like in the spirit of the season.
That's what you said, Tiny Tim.
Wow. Grow up, Tiny Tim. This means war.
War. Okay, so that's the fabulousness. That's like our breakdown. Let's get into the fashion of it all.
Yes. Okay. So again, in terms of how we're doing,
I told you about the red bottom boots I wanted.
Well, no, but in terms of how we're doing this differently now, like in terms of structure, I think that we make our list of like our fierce or flop, and we're gonna just do that for you guys just at like the very end of the episode, so
Tell
we
us
can just
what
keep
you
it
think.
succinct.
Fierce or flop?
Yeah. Because, you know, we're all over the place, and I apologize.
I did want to say that I thought Betty's wig was a lot better this episode. I thought it was really good. Betty's wig.
Betty's unit was better.
Not her unit. I can't with you.
I put fashion. I'm liking this episode.
Yeah, me too.
I put Hilda's little jacket in the first scene, the little bolero. Oh, I love it. I love it. I think it's fierce.
I mean, it's very Hilda.
I love it. I absolutely love it. I put it on you now. I put it on you now.
You'd have a better chance of seeing
I put Willie's hair, all caps, and green dress, love.
Oh, okay. I was okay with it.
Oh, I'm loving this hair. I'm loving the body.
The body never stops.
The jugs are seated.
No, I did. Yeah, the top was cute.
And you know that I say this. This is my one thing. The sexiest thing that I think a woman can wear is a sheer black stocking.
I do love a sheer black stocking.
And a pointy toe pump.
Yeah.
So she just...
It was really good.
She's batting 100. Perfect legs.
I liked the silver brocade jacket. I just didn't love the skirt with it. I thought it was a full dress.
If we would have taken the bow off of that dress, though, the green dress.
The green dress without the bow?
If we took that bow off...
Really?
If we took the bow off and belted it, it's 2006. Sheer black tight, same pump, same hair.
Okay.
Over.
I didn't mind the bow because it's Christmas.
I understand. I understand where they were going.
The silver brocade jacket.
It was really good, and I loved her hair this episode.
I loved her hair this episode.
I thought the hair this episode was amazing.
Amanda was everywhere, so I loved. Wait, what was the first outfit she had?
The first outfit, the white shirt with the black little cardigan and the red skirt.
I couldn't care less about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was cool.
It was fine to me. It didn't say anything. I loved the red dress.
Oh, the red
dress gloves. I loved
the red dress was everything. It's very interesting. This episode, I feel, in terms of fashion, was the first time that I really was like looking at it and I was like, oh, yes, this is 2006.
I agree.
But like in a way where it's like you watch The Devil Wears Prada and you're like, this is 2006. Like not in a cringe way.
No. 100.
Like where I'm like, this is 2006. Like what the divas are trying to do now.
Elite 2006.
Like what the girls are trying to do now.
I needed to ask you because I actually wasn't sure about Amanda's sheer tuxedo with the vest and the capris. I just didn't know what I thought.
I liked it.
Yeah. Okay. So I liked it, but I was like, am I crazy?
No, I liked it. I liked it.
I need to ask Mark what I think.
But it's also very like, it's, you know, I thought that was kind of like a very Carrie look. Like a very like Carrie Bradshaw type of look. Like I felt like this episode, by the way, like Amanda's looks were leaning very Carrie Bradshaw.
Okay. That I can see. Actually, I can totally see that.
I feel like Eduardo was really channeling Miss Patricia Field this episode.
Okay.
In big ways.
Because Betty looked amazing.
The skirts were, I mean, because here's the thing.
Christmas themed,
the tailoring is what we need to be talking about when it comes to Betty. That's what I've decided. Because she has to still be Betty.
Yeah.
But the clothes can fit.
Yeah.
And I think that
yeah, they looked amazing.
That's what I think is like something to look forward to.
I loved the Buy Moore's boss, her wife, the Cavalli tiger skirt.
Tiger skirt.
I want it so
No, the tiger skirt was my favorite thing that I saw this episode.
That's what wins for me. That tiger skirt.
Imagine like styled like just differently to not be like
that
a costume of like
disgusting.
A woman. Well, like,
I wanted to vomit, but she had to wear it.
If a different girl was wearing it, you know what I mean?
That tiger skirt. Where is it?
It was so good,
so gorgeous,
and I also loved. Oh, and I thought that like the use of color for Mark this
gorgeous.
This episode
he was all purple.
Was really fun. Like purples and pinks.
Yeah,
and
loved.
You know, there was, but again, it was another kind of like I don't know. Like it felt very like Devil Wears Prada, like really coated like Stanley Tucci tees.
Yes, that.
Like that. I don't know. Like I feel like they might have been really inspired by the movie, like where it just felt very much
it was good. It made sense, really but
it was like
episode.
But it still is very like located in one time.
My velour
your juicy tracksuit.
So good.
I hated your hair at the end.
Oh, I loved my hair at the end. You're wrong.
I hated it.
He's wrong. My hair was so good.
Okay.
Wait, the one with the juicy tracksuit.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved it. I literally wrote like I love my hair that way.
I hated it.
Okay, last but not least, favorite lines.
Favorite lines.
Bitch, you stole Christmas.
Yeah.
Trashionista.
She has the vocal cords of a cat. I've already mentioned that. I thought that was great because
how come your Christmas lights spell Hilda sucks? Wait.
I'll go as far to go. My favorite line, Anna Ortiz delivering oops.
Okay, good. And on that note, Mark in the elevator with the mafioso when he walks in and Mark just goes, "Scusi." I died. I literally died. All right, and that's it.
I think that's
although
that's
I know I have to give a shout out to Tony for saying, "Justin, does this need more glitter?"
Absolutely.
Oh, and also one last thing. Special shout out to Christina, drunk Christina.
Oh my God.
Messing with
Jensen
Santa.
being like, I'm not going to do a Scottish accent. See, it's hard. It's hard
but
to do.
Drunk Christina, like hooking up with Santa at the party. Dope.
And sitting on his lap. Being like, and give Amanda a brain.
Give Amanda a brain. Like all day long. And also, I want to shout out, there was a girl. This is what you do when you've got two lines, all of us fellow actors out there. The woman who was applying to be a secretary, she gave such Tracy Flick energy. She was like, and I'm meant for this job.
Yeah.
She killed it. And she had two lines. One moment I noticed her. She was fucking phenomenal.
And no,
shout out to her.
That is actually a great thing
like
to
shout
say.
out to her. She's shown, she had literally maybe 30 seconds on the screen and I rewound because she was that good.
Yeah. We have someone really special in the studio
This
right
is
now.
incredible, you guys, because we've been talking about this person for a long, long time.
Best looks.
That often very much so that.
And what I will say
is
that I don't know what it is or what drug all of the ugly Betty women are taking that you look exactly the same.
It's actually not fair to everyone else in the world. So sorry about it that we are.
We have Becki Newton.
Becki fucking Newton.
In studio!
No, but you really do literally. Okay, we'll get this out of the way. You look sickening.
Really?
She has 47 children.
I have 40,000 children.
She has 47
I have
children.
4 children. You're the only one we're not allowed to say looks exactly the same. Because that would be super weird if you did not change. That would be so gross.
If my 11-year-old had a mustache.
That'd be weird. But you both look amazing.
Thank
and
you.
I saw you last week, which we saw semi-recently. I feel like the GLAAD Awards.
At the GLAAD Awards.
Iconic.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be here. This is
We're
awesome.
so happy to have you.
So all we do is talk about you on the show.
Yes.
And like, so we're going to get into it right off
off
the bat.
Let's go.
There's certain things that we've been talking to a bunch of the actors on our show about. And most interestingly, what has been our audition process. So
cool.
I'm just curious to know what yours was like.
I love this.
Okay. Were you in New York?
I was in New York. I was doing commercials.
Right.
famously, you might know my work from the Olive Garden commercial that we ended up mocking in I don't know what season it was.
Yes.
Amanda does a medieval times commercial and isn't very good at it. Well, that was based on my real life right before auditioning for Ugly Betty. Side note, while the show was airing, the commercial was also airing. And that was horrific.
Breadsticks.
Horrific.
It was so embarrassing. I was in the makeup trailer, and in the beginning, I really, really felt so far out of my league. Like I was, in my mind, I had a history degree and I'd done some commercials. And I'm on set with Vanessa
Williams.
Like all of it was just, I was really, really focused on having people around me think I belonged there. So imagine one day I'm sitting in that makeup trailer and there were TVs in the trailer. I don't know if you guys remember this.
Yes.
I do.
And I was sitting there like trying to get my makeup done. And I hear the Olive Garden theme song. And I was like, and I look up and I hoped that nobody noticed. And Michael Urie goes, Becky, is that you? And I was like, no, it's not. No, it's not. And I tried to get everyone to look in the other direction. And it's funny now, but at the time I was
mortifying.
It was mortifying because like when I think back, like that was my first real job. So it was, and I really was trying to give the impression that I knew what I was doing. I didn't know what a call sheet was. I didn't know what a call time was. Like so much of it was so amazingly new that the thought that someone would think that I was just a breadstick seller.
Wait, was it Michael who called you Becky Breadstick?
No, that was Giovanni and Prop.
It was just like Gio.
So at that point, it was inside the trailer, and I was like, okay, I think Vanessa was there, but she was doing a crossword puzzle and maybe didn't notice. And Michael he wasn't even laughing about it. He was like, oh, that looks like
cool.
You. Is that you? Cool.
By the way, I think we were all at that point, because none of us were working, really.
But it was still, I was in the Olive Garden tie with a cummerbund on, like really excited to serve people. It was
all you can eat.
I was so excited about the breadsticks. And then I thought, okay, maybe no one noticed. And then like very quickly, I remember that day I walked on set and someone went, hey, breadsticks. And I was like, oh God. And then it stuck. And then Silvio thought it was hysterical. And they did an entire episode about Amanda's sort of sordid past. Now, Amanda also, I think, did commercials for like sex lines. Because there was Mark found Amanda's reel at one point, and he's like, you have a reel? And he looks at it and she's like, call this number. Ha, ha, ha. So she was a bad actress in commercials. And we found out that Amanda was actually an aspiring actress at one point and dabbled in commercials. I think a lot of that did to connect to the embarrassment I had. Not the actual fact that I did commercials, but how horrified I was about it.
Right.
Sure.
So when you went in for the first time to audition for it, you were just doing commercials.
I had done commercials.
And you got a call for...
Well, no, here's what happened. I had been in New York, and the year before Ugly Betty, I had gotten my first pilot, a pilot called The Loop. And again, I didn't even know what a pilot was at that point. I had gotten this pilot, and we'd filmed the pilot. And I spent the whole time on that set.
Was it a sitcom?
It was a, single camera half hour. So it was a comedy. Mm-hmm. I'm positive I wasn't funny. And then
impossible.
No. Wait for the
truly
rest of this
impossible.
Story. So I didn't know much about the process, but a month or two after we filmed the pilot, I got a call from Will Gluck, who's a friend to this day. He said, so this show is picked up. I go, oh, what does that mean? He goes, it means it's going to series. I said, oh, that's great. He said, but unfortunately you're not.
Oof.
And I said, what?
Oof.
Because I didn't know. He said, it didn't really work. And again, before
brutal.
It was brutal also because I didn't really know how any of it worked. And the feedback I got was that I wasn't funny and they needed someone sexier.
Oh my God.
But guess what fueled Amanda the following year? So here, I'm going to bring you a year later.
Please.
At this point,
I had
two choices.
I'm riveted.
When all you do are commercials, the first pilot you do, they say, you shouldn't be doing this. I was like, okay.
And you're not funny and you're not sexy.
I'm either going to bury my head in the sand or I'm going to fucking bring it. And next time I go to set, I'm going to know exactly why I'm there. Because the absolute truth was I wandered around that first pilot and I was like, I kept asking everyone, is this what you want? Oh. So when they would say, everything was, do you want this? What, am I doing this right? Was the question I was asking. So a year later, the pilot auditions are coming up, and the breakdown comes out. And Amanda was like gorgeous and 6-something and kind of a nasty biatch. And sort of old Becky would have gone, well, I've already been told I'm not pretty. So clearly I shouldn't be going out for the supermodel part. And I'm not funny. And I went, oh no, let me in. And I think that fire of let me at it helped, because I do think the part itself was someone who's constantly overcompensating for something. So I walked in, and I remember meeting Silvio, and I did the, are you before? Are you delivering something? And I just felt comfortable, and I also loved it. And it wasn't a long audition. It was super quick, but I had that feeling in me of like, I'm not going to ask someone if I'm doing this right. This is what I think Amanda sounds like. This is what I think she looks like. And it was very simple and clear. And then I think 2 days later, I got a call saying, can you come back? They were concerned that I sounded like a Valley girl. Meanwhile, Amanda does talk like that. Like, she kind of chewed on her tongue. Like, and I went, oh, okay. And then I got another call saying, never mind, you're not coming back. And I went, oh. And then it turned out we were going right to a testing situation. So it was that like stutter step in between. But when I got the call that they didn't need to see me again, I was like, oh, I guess it's not happening. And then I remember the test day. It was at
Still
ABC.
in New York.
No, we were out in LA. I was in LA
okay.
at this point. And I remember so well.
How many
Salma
girls
Hayek,
were there?
2 girls, me and one other girl. Salma Hayek, I see everybody. I'd never seen famous people before.
Right.
And suddenly Salma marches
Yes.
by, and it was all, but in my mind, I was like, I got 2 choices right now. I'm getting this. And the other girl was tall, looked like Amanda. I was like, and I saw her practicing, and I saw her nervous, and I was like, haha, I'm going to go get this. Like, there was something that happened that also coincided with what kept going with that character of like sink or swim. And every time I was like, I got to go for it. Like, I have no choice right now. I will not buckle to that insecurity that could have easily taken over as well.
Why am I like incredibly emotional right now?
I could cry.
Well,
I am like incredibly emotional from hearing
the
this.
firing, though, gave birth to that fire. Like, without that experience, I probably maybe would have played very friendly, nice people that, like, nice moms. Like, I don't know that on paper I would have been cast as these sort of arch comedic, slightly villainous parts that I enjoy so much now. So I needed to have something to say, like, F this. Like, I'm going.
Right.
But
I
feel like every single one of us on this show were very much kind of like, I'm gonna go get it.
Yes.
Like it was like, no prisoners, no holds barred.
Yeah. Even
Like,
Tony
it's like,
said
we're
that.
gonna go and get it.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
But it was a safe space for everybody. So
right.
I think
but like
somehow this collection of people who were just going for it, we all felt safe doing that. Because if you feel dumb going for it in front of your castmates, it's just a different. I think we all said, let's do it all the time.
Yeah. And
all the time.
Yes,
all the time.
And the safety, as you said, Bex, is like that safety is extremely important of just being like, feeling like, oh, I'm going to go and just, I'm going to do it. And if it doesn't work, then all right, like, the powers that be will tell us that they did. Doesn't. And
they did often.
Well, there's a lot of times that it doesn't. We talk about that a lot on this pod of things that have not worked.
Right,
but I think that like one of the things about Amanda that I love so very much is that we and from the beginning of this podcast, we've talked about characters that felt kind of fully formed from the pilot episode.
From day dot.
And I think that Amanda is one of those.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I think that you are a part of one of the most iconic scenes on television of Deborah.
Hacks
Cut
much.
that.
I was like, wait, which? Like, who? I don't think I was there.
He's been doing.
Sorry.
Cut.
You're part of one of the most iconic scenes where Betty walks through the doors in the poncho, and that's you right there at the desk.
Yeah.
And I think that that's just really just really important in terms of like the choices that you made, and
was that
I
choice
just think
yours?
that it's incredible.
Are you delivering? So
Yes,
was that
because
your
one
choice?
could never say. I think the adding the you must not understand English, and maybe you also are hearing impaired. Like Amanda, like it's the you probably can't understand me in any way, so I will try extra hard.
And that was your choice.
It was, I believe. No, are you delivering something was a line.
No, I mean, but the way
slowing
you,
and the you can't understand me. I think that was like, oh, let me make her. I always tried to make it like Amanda was really trying hard. It wasn't that she was being mean. She was like, I really need you to understand me. And that may be why it came across as maybe Amanda was the idiot, not Betty, right?
It's so iconic, and I don't know if you know this. But I'm watching the show for the first time right now.
Oh, what? He's never
As
seen
we're doing this, I'm watching it.
Oh, of course not. Because why would you sit around and watch however many episodes we did when you were
So little? I have a lot of things about Amanda right now, where we are in the season about just being like, girl, give it up with Daniel. Like
I know.
I
forgot that she was ever with. By the time we wrapped, I was like, oh yeah, she had a whole thing with Daniel.
I'm just like, girl, give it up.
Season 1 is a lot of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is what we're discovering.
I'm such a I am such a fan of the character of Amanda. I'm very Anna. Am I speaking lies?
No.
I'm so invested in Amanda.
I mean,
that's really nice. That's great to hear. And I cannot believe you never saw the show. But
he's been on a roller coaster with Amanda because he came in sort of like, God, she's such a bitch, But then this is why you're so brilliant. If we could just have a moment, because you do this thing where you're so, quote, like you said, arch, but you're not, because with one look, you are immediately vulnerable. It's you say something really horrible and then something happens and it's just a switch in you that you're immediately sort of vulnerable. And we can see all these sort of like layers to this incredible character. And I mean, in fairness, everybody had those moments, but you really are able as an actor to sort of like just turn this character into the most dimensional human.
I appreciate
and
that.
still
Thank
be
you.
hilariously funny.
I appreciate
and
that.
Crazy stupid and crazy gorge.
I think I appreciate all of it. I think we were all really helped tonally with behind the scenes people going, yes, it's always funny to fall over, to be mean. And I've seen that like in comedy, it's always easy to just push the stuff that makes people on set laugh. But a bunch of that, when all cut together, just floats away. So I do think the directors and the producers were so mindful of making sure we did have something to ground it. Because it's funny without the grounding is just
they would
ridiculous.
like get to know you and sort of write to that a bit too
for
as well.
Sure.
Was Amanda based on it? Like, did you pull from anyone you know? Was there sort of
felt like most people,
or
she's everyone. Because especially I was in audition world in New York and LA. So women in their early 20s who are anyone, when we walk into rooms, we all bring a certain, especially actors who are trying to present something. Like we all we put that mask on, put our lipstick on and we go in.
Okay, guys, we're going to stop for now. Don't worry. I know Becky is so amazing and adorable. So we have the rest of the interview coming up next week. See you then.